Bone marrow biopsies are not fun. They are anxiety-producing and possibly painful procedures for patients that are having difficulty making blood cells. I am one of those patients, and this is an up-close and personal account of my latest bone marrow biopsy. Hello everyone, I'm very glad you're here. My name is Brian Anderson, and I'd like to share with you my experience with a bone marrow biopsy so you can get a feel for and an understanding of what a patient goes through with this important procedure. For a quick background, I have a disease called myelodysplastic syndromes, or MDS. MDS is a cancer of the bone marrow, and I was diagnosed with this disease in 2016 at Moffitt Cancer Center in Tampa, Florida. Well, let's fast forward to now, and I'm preparing for an allogeneic stem cell transplant. My stem cell transplant will be performed at a hospital here in Washington, D.C., where I live. One of the things that the doctors need to see before I can get the transplant is if my blast count in the marrow is below 5% before they'll move forward with that transplant. In order to determine what the blast count is, they need to do a bone marrow biopsy. My procedure was performed by a nurse practitioner who took samples of the liquid and solid parts of my marrow. Those samples were sent to pathologists for review and analysis. My biopsy you are about to see was done without sedation. I've had sedation done for bone marrow biopsies in the past, but this video is the story of me just having a local anesthetic, and I believe it was lidocaine. Now, I know there's a lot of fear and anxiety that comes with talking about a bone marrow biopsy without anesthesia. I'll tell you that there was a little bit of pain, but in the end, it's not as bad as you may think. Let's take a look at what I went through. The first thing to know is that the process lasts less than 30 minutes. My procedure was done at the hospital, but it can be safely done in a doctor's office just as easily. Before the procedure, you may change into a hospital gown. Your provider may also give you a sedative to help you relax. In my case, my nurse laid me down on my stomach on a hospital bed, pulled my sweatpants down a little bit to gain access to my pelvic bone, cleaned and draped the area, and I was ready to go. So here we see my nurse starting to inject the lidocaine into my pelvic bone. And she's making sure that she's numbing the area completely before she starts the procedure. She doesn't want to cause me any pain, and I'm certainly not looking forward to having any pain at all.
Anything sharp here?
Here now, she's about to insert the needle.
Remember your job, right? Tell me if you feel anything sharp or radiating.
I really don't feel anything right now other than a little bit of pressure. Yeah, I won't lie, this is a little uncomfortable, but it's really not that painful.
Let me just check this spot with the lidocaine needle.
Here my nurse wants to add a little bit more lidocaine into the area, and I'm very happy for that, so I don't feel any bone pain.
Make sure you're breathing, okay?
Make sure you're breathing too. And here comes that biopsy needle again.
Anything sharp there?
Negative.
Okay, you're gonna feel pushing, lots of pressure.
I like the fact that she has good communication with me, letting me know what she's doing and asking me questions to make sure that I'm not feeling any pain. Right now, she's literally trying to push that needle tip through the bone in my pelvis to gain access to the liquid in the bone marrow inside.
You okay still? Down the leg?
Yeah.
How are you feeling now? You still there?
It's getting better, but it's a little like it's a residual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Let's see if I maneuver this a little bit, okay? Just move over a little because I was barely in, so I don't want to. Anything sharp here? What about here?
That's good. All I feel now is that standard pressure, no pain. So here she's successfully inserted the needle and she's about ready to extract the liquid portion of the bone marrow.
Okay, so slow breaths in and out. Doing great, about 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Alright, that part's done.
You know, honestly, I didn't feel anything when she extracted the liquid, and I think it's very manageable. Now she's inserting the needle a little deeper to get a core sample of my marrow for further analysis.
Pulling out.
Well, and that was pretty much it. After that, my nurse dressed the wound and had me lie on my back for about 15 minutes with an ice pack on the area to reduce any possibility of swelling. She then took my vitals and made sure I was okay and sent me home. I was able to walk away under my own power, and in fact, for the rest of the day, I didn't feel any pain. Later that evening, as the lidocaine seemed to wear off a little, I did feel a bit of a dull ache in my hip area, so I took some Tylenol. But other than that, when I woke up the next day, I was perfectly fine. You know, the good news of this biopsy for me was that my blast count did remain below 5%, and it seems that now I can move forward with my transplant. It's good news. But I think for you, the key takeaways are that this is a simple procedure that your provider is well prepared to conduct. There is discomfort, and there's no doubt about that. But as long as your provider continues to work with you and communicates what he or she is doing, I think that with a little bit of breathing technique and possibly some sedative beforehand, the procedure should be manageable and tolerable. So, good luck, and I hope this video was helpful to you. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.